Hey folks, just a quick orientation screencast about Module 1. Looking at Module 1 at a glance, and each unit has one of these documents at the beginning of the module. Here it says Watch Orientation Screencast. Unfortunately, that had not made it into the module until just now. So let's take a look. This unit is a little challenging because it's the first unit and it's an asynchronous course, so I want to make sure you got plenty of opportunity to go through anything. First step is to read the syllabus thoroughly. Second is to read the discussion rubric thoroughly, and then to work your way through some of the course materials. Terrific video. Connor Neal, somebody we're going to see a lot of, a terrific public speaking coach for business people, and a lot of really terrific ideas. This video is short, to the point. A nice article. You can just click on this, takes you right to the article that you're assigned to read. Okay, and that brings you down here to the discussion. All right. Now, there have been some questions about the discussion. This one is pretty simple and straightforward. You're going to post an initial point that answers one of these questions. What makes somebody worth listening to? Is it how they speak? Is it what they're saying? Is it the passion with which they speak? Is it their status, their celebrity? Do you have a right to be heard, or you just have a right to speak? I think that's an open question for you to debate and talk about. Certainly lots of people are out speaking. Whether people are all hearing what they're saying is another question entirely. Maybe it's not important that we hear what they say. Maybe it is important. It depends, I suppose, on who's speaking. Why do we tune into someone and not tune into someone else? What is it about you that makes you someone whose ideas and opinions should be heard or felt? That may be something you're developing, and you can develop it as you write about it. Okay, so you're gonna address a couple of these questions. You're gonna put them in an initial point. Okay, you probably already have at this point, and then you're gonna respond to one or more students' posts. You're going to follow up with at least 3 of those responses. They can be in any forum. They can be responses to your responses within your thread. We're just looking for 3 more contributions before the end of the forum. And if you reference and cite one of the articles in the unit or some other source, that just makes your grade even higher. Okay. In order to get to the discussion forum, you just click on this, and there you'll see you can create a new thread, and that allows you to start your initial point, which again, you probably have already done, or you can jump on to somebody else's discussion by just replying, or even replying to one of their existing replies. Okay. I'm going to backtrack here a little bit. Actually, it's probably easier just to go back here. So after you're working on that, and again, I want to make sure we understand what is it that's guiding us time-wise through this. Well, course schedule, announcements that I send, but let's take a look at that course schedule really quickly. Chunk 1, which we're working on, that has some significant amount of reading that I'm sure you've already done. You've taken the quiz and you've entered the discussion. Okay, so the quiz is down here. All right, you've read some of these articles and you have taken the quiz. All right. This quiz, like most quizzes are pretty short. They're selected from a pool of questions, so you will not get the same quiz twice if you click on it a second time. You have 45 minutes to complete the quiz. You cannot navigate away from the page, meaning you can't even go from here to like another page that you've already brought up without it auto-submitting. You cannot open a new browser window. You can't do any of those things. You can't stop, can't pause, any of those things. So it tries to approximate what it would be like if you were taking the test live. All right. You have 2 attempts, but if you complete a successful attempt, you should stop, regardless of whatever score you got, because the second attempt is really only an emergency backup. Whatever you do for the last attempt, whether you only do 1 attempt or 2 attempts, that's your score. It's not the highest score. It takes the last most recent attempt, because every quiz is different. Now, the main assignment in this class, in this unit, is the elevator speech. The description of what an elevator speech is something that you're going to find out for yourself. When you do your elevator speech, you don't need to tell me what an elevator speech is. You can just perform your elevator speech. Okay? You're going to upload it to a streaming service that I do not have to subscribe to. In other words, it has to be public. All right? Now, I give you some instructions on how you can make it unlisted so that no one will ever find it. But it cannot be something I have to create an account for, or in any way have to subscribe to your channel or any of the above. It needs to be something that all of us can just access without giving up any of our personal information in order to get to it. And that's a requirement of the class, okay? So the details of that are here. You simply go ahead and create that elevator speech, and you get the browser link, and you cut it, copy it, boom, and you open that by clicking there, right? And you can paste it right here in the comment section, okay? Boom. Well, actually, that didn't work, but suppose I did that right by copying it, and then I would go boom, and then I would hit submit. Okay? In this particular instance, you also need to write a couple of sentences about how you felt your elevator speech went. This video is... So once you've done that, you hit submit. Boom. You have submitted your elevator speech. What you will then be doing is providing that elevator speech to everyone else so that they can give you a peer evaluation. When you submit it to me, it allows me to give you feedback, and you need to do it there so that I can give you a grade. However, in the elevator speech feedback area, you're going to do 2 quick things. Okay? First, you're going to download this form. Okay? You're going to download this form so you can evaluate someone else's elevator speech. You're going to go to the forum. Right now there aren't any things up there, but once we get a little further down, you're going to see this forum is going to look just like this discussion forum. When you open it, you will see a bunch of people's names and their elevator speeches posted. Okay? And now you can do this in 2 posts, or you can do it in 1 post, whatever you want. You go in there, and you will post your elevator speech, create a thread, and it will say the name of your elevator speech. Okay, you will put in boom, boom, boom. My name is Thomas Key. Not sure what that is. And you can attach it. Browse local files, attach your elevator speech, or you can simply paste a link right there. Then you can attach the file that you downloaded, completed, right there by browsing local file, or you can even paste it in there and hit submit. Okay, now one more time, just because that's a little confusing, I want you to have a good crack at that. Okay, post the link to your elevator speech and PDF peer evaluation here. Post the link to your elevator speech in a separate thread with your name and elevator speech in the title. Put the name of the person you evaluated in the title of your post or receive 0 credit. Okay, so I will elaborate those directions out just a little bit to make them a little bit easier to understand. In general, you can do 2 posts. I don't really care. 2 posts or 1 post. You can put your elevator speech link and upload the PDF of the person you evaluated, or you can do it in 2 separate posts. Okay, so that's module 1. Pretty intense, a little bit more so than module 2 is probably a little bit more straightforward. There'll be a video for that. Thank you for joining us.